add this to your notebooks, please. We are moving on to Unit 2. We just finished Unit 5. We are moving on to Unit 2. Yes, I know how to count, and I do know that 2 comes before 5.
Yeah,
There is a reason that they are kind of in backwards order. So we did Unit 5. We're going on to Unit 2, and the first thing, you might want to label your notes Unit 2. But what we're going to talk about today is graphing inequalities. And like I said, today's not going to be tough. So enjoy today while you can. We are going to graph inequalities. So I want to just review some basics with you. Mostly today is going to be reviewing basics. If I give you this, what does that say to you? If you were to read this, what does it mean? It means
X is less than 2.
X is less than 2. So what if I write it like this? What if I put the X on the other side and I write it like this?
2 is greater than X.
2 is greater than X. But typically when you read these inequalities that involve a variable, you start with the variable. So in this case, the X comes first. So you'd say X is less than 2. But over here, the 2 is first, but you still start with the X. Go to the X first. If you read it backwards, what does this say? X is less than 2. It means the same thing. Exactly. These two things mean exactly the same thing. And if this concept is confusing to you, you need to get that sorted out in your head. Come in, ask somebody, look at some YouTube videos, something. Because if you don't get this, you've already dug yourself a hole. Because this has got to be just an easy thing for you to understand. All right, what if it says that X is this?
Ooh, X is greater than or equal to 2.5.
Yes, greater than or equal to. X is greater than or equal to 2.5. And I could write it like this, and it means exactly the same thing. Okay?
Yeah.
But what we're going to do today is start talking about how do you graph this on a number line. So I'm going to start with a new page. Does anybody need to see that again? I maybe went a little bit too fast.
We're good.
All right. Another page. Let's do this. X is less than 5. So what I would like you guys to do is underneath this, draw yourself a number line. And I always think when you're drawing a number line, it's a good thing to locate 0. Locate 0 somewhere on there. I'm going to graph that X is less than 5. So I'm going to put my 0 right here. And I'm going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places. Doesn't have to be perfect. If we wanted it to be perfect, I would give you guys number lines to use. But we are graphing anything that is less than 5. So what am I going to do on my number line to represent any value less than 5? Any suggestions?
What's the question?
What's the question?
What are you asking?
What do I do? If I have to graph all solutions less than 5, what am I going to do? So is 0 less than 5?
Yeah.
Is 0 less than 5? What, and this is 1. Is 1 less than 5?
Yeah.
Is 2 less than 5?
Yeah.
Is 3 less than 5?
4.
Okay, what about 4? What about -1? Is that less than 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about 4.5? Is that less than 5? Yeah. What about 5? Is 5 less than 5?
No, it's equal to it.
It's equal to 5. So watch what I do. I draw a circle right at the 5. And I am going to shade where?
I learned this.
Where? Left or right?
Left.
Everything to the left. We want to shade all the values of X that are less than 5. I'm going to do this. You know, don't be stingy. You know, make it obvious that that's what you're graphing. Just scribble. Yeah. Scribble everything less than 5. Leave that circle at 5 open because it does not include the values at 5. It only includes the values that are smaller than 5. Yes?
Isn't that like a dark circle too or whatever?
Yes, and we're going to talk about that in just a second.
familiar.
Yeah, good. It should. This should be a review. Now, I want you to put an X over the black shaded region too. And just do it for now. it will make sense later why we're talking, why I'm having you do that. That X represents all these X's that are smaller than 5. Let's do another one. Let's do greater than -3. What does this say, first of all? Start with the X. Read the X first.
X is greater than -3.
X is greater than -3. Draw yourself a number line. Locate 0, but I'm going to put 0 over here now because I'm graphing things that are greater than -3. So what I really want to do is locate -3. That's kind of the most important number on this number line for this example. X is greater than -3. So what am I going to do? Is -4 greater than -3? No, it's more negative, so it's smaller than -3. What about 0? Is 0 greater than -3?
Yeah.
What about -1?
Yeah.
-2?
Yeah.
Those are all numbers that are on the right side of -3, so they are greater than -3. So I go to the -3. What am I going to do there? Put a circle there. And what are you going to shade?
The right side.
Everything to the right of it. And don't be stingy. Make it obvious that that is the area you are shading. Because sometimes you'll see this. And in fact, on some of the worksheets and stuff that you guys are going to do, you'll see this. You'll see, okay, there's a -3 here. Open circle, and then it will be shaded like that. Isn't it kind of hard to tell that you're shaded to the right of -3?
No.
No, not for mine, but for everybody else it is. So I just want you guys to make it obvious that that's where you're shading. Don't be stingy, okay? That's what I mean by don't be stingy. All right, put an X there too, because this is the part. The X's we're talking about are everything to the right of -3. So put an X with your shaded region. All right, let's make it harder. Let's do this. X is less than or equal to, we just talked about those, less than or equal to 7. Less than or equal to 7. Draw yourself a number line. Locate 0. I'm going to put 0 over here. I'm going to put 7 here. I'm not even going to label everything in between it because don't waste your time. You know that 7 is to the right of 0. We are going to graph everything that is less than or equal to 7. So when you go to 7 on your number line, you're going to put a circle there. Put your circle there. But what am I going to do to it? You're going to color it in. And you're going to color it in because you are talking about everything that is less than or equal to that bar underneath the inequality. The alligator symbol means you must include the 7. So you got to color it in. Color right. Make it obvious to me because I'm not guessing when I grade your papers. I'm not going to guess. Did she color it or did she not color it? Make it obvious to me, okay? Where am I going to shade? Left or right? Everything that is less than 7. Things that are less than 7 fall to the left side of 7. So you're going to do this. Nope, don't need to color. I always say, at least give me 0. Give me 0 at least. Put your X there too. We're talking about all the X's less than 7. Okay?
Yeah.
I'll do one more example, then I'm going to shut up. X is greater than or equal to, let's do
4.
-2.5.
Let's switch it up on us.
Okay, switch it up on you. You guys are never going to be able to get this one.
Yeah,
It's a decimal. You don't know how to do decimals.
That's
I'm
reasonable.
going to put a 0
You're
here.
right.
-1, -2, -3. So -2.5 is about right here. Yes, Karen?
Should we stop doing it? We think we understand it?
This is my, can you hang on tight? Just my last example.
Okay.
I will teach it fast. X is greater than or equal to -2.5. I go to -2.5. What am I going to do there? I'm going to put a circle, and am I going to shade in the circle, or am I going to leave it open?
Shade it in.
Shade it in. Put a circle there, color it in, and I'm going to shade everything to the right.